Test, 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 test. Testing. Hey, what's up? Let some people get in here. Just doing a Pilots Debrief. Had 2 great days of flying. A month of it been going well. So, yes. Anybody there? Hello? Hello? Anybody there? Should be going. Let me grab my phone. Oh. If anything's happening. Hmm. Hmm. Anyone here? I don't see it. I don't see the live stream. Hmm. See if anybody's here. Can you see me? Can you see me? Forrest, are you here, son? Are you here? Cool. I see what the error of my ways. I see the error of my ways. I see the error of my ways. It helps when you make it public. Oh, that's funny. Yes, yes. What the error of my ways? Cool. I'm so used to doing things private or you know, unlisted. So if any of you watch this later, that's all right. If you don't see it now, I know, you know, I'm not Mr. Popular yet, but I'm going to be up there. I mean, our channel's doing well. We just had went over 400 subscribers, and I think I'm going to do a giveaway. I think I'll do a giveaway at 600, and then better giveaway at 1,000. But today's big debrief about the week is the X-Wave, and this is the camera that comes with the X-Wave set at Motion RC. I made a little Dollar Tree foam board L bracket, and then I put hooks on the inside of the bracket so I can use this camera and my first camera that I got so that they both will work. And then I put loops on the back and bottom, and then on my planes that I plan on using this, I just put a piece of Velcro on, and then if you hook the Velcro in and kind of rock it back and forth so it gets set well, it works. It worked well today on the Crescendo Advanced, and it worked great. And then because you have to use a JST, you have to have a JST male going off of the battery. What I've done is I've bought some of these adapters here. They're just inlines, and then this one has a female, but you need a male. I mean, I can still use this. I can use this on my E-Flight Night Timber X, so it's not a waste or anything like that. And I got this off of eBay, Backyard something or other, from RC. He does an excellent job of soldering stuff. I think I've met him at Perry. But I like the quality of this stuff. Normally, I would just take a regular adapter like this, and then just solder a tap in there with the male, and then use some the rubber cement you can get at an auto parts store, and go ahead and seal it up, just solder it myself. It's easy to do, but heck, I figure the time it would take me to make this, you know, for $6, I can just order this, and it looks nice. I like it. It doesn't take up a lot of space, and it works really, really well. But when I flew the FPV on my Crescendo Advanced today, I just left the battery hatch off and used a rubber band to kind of hold the cables down for the adapters and the JST and the battery cable. One good thing about this, it has a nice long leave on the X-Wave, so you got plenty of options when you're putting it on your planes. And I put it on my new Strix Stratosurfer, but that plane you have to actively fly. It's not like the Crescendo Advanced or like a Radiant or something where, you know, I mean, if you let the sticks go, it just settles in and flies level. It flies more like a warbird or a sport plane, where if you're off a little bit, it'll continue off until you get control of it again. But I was so happy after I got through with the FPV flight. I didn't launch it FPV because with the goggles on, you got the antennas sticking up and everything, and I was worried about whacking them either with the wing or the horizontals when I launched it. But it went really, really, really well. I was so happy. So when I was flying Stratosurfer today, I was flying a pattern and kind of counting how long it takes to go from one end of the airspace to the other. You know, I was counting 5, 6 seconds, you know, turn, 5, 6 seconds, turn, 5, 6 seconds, turn. Like whether you're doing an S or flying a figure 8, you know. Then I was working on the rudder. I was adding rudder to the aileron trim to make it a little easier, you know, keep it axle when you're flying FPV. I pretty much got that dialed in, so I think it's going to work well. It takes a heck of a hand toss to get the Stratosurfer in the air, but let's see. I'll show you the kit that I bought at Motion. Let's go over and look at the Motion page, Motion RC page. There you go. You can see it. I mean, it's a 139. Now, the goggles, they're decent quality. I would say, I haven't. I mean, I've seen my buddies. My buddy has the ones that are. He has the goggle or the. I don't call these goggles. I don't know the proper terminology for it, but the unit is made of foam and it's a little lighter. And he probably has. Hey, Wild Bill, how you doing? Glad to see you. Just talking about my FPVing today. Just get a little debrief on that. But for 139, hey, Michael, how you doing? Great to see you. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing a few live streams. I've done them in the past, but it just popped up. But the wife's out of the house right now, so I can kind of do it. If I want to talk crazy and be loud, I can go ahead and do it and not cause any problems. Hey, Kevin, how you doing? Yeah, I was just telling about the. Let's go back. But this is the kit that I bought right here. You can see it. Let's go back to the main camera. Oops. Let's go back to the main camera. Let's go back to the main camera. There we are. We're on the main camera. Yeah, I've got this down to a science here. Now, Dave helped me out, and he kind of. Let's see. Who do I got here? Kevin. What does it say? Remove as a moderator, Kevin. You should be a moderator. There we go. Add moderator. Arizona, how you doing? And then Kevin. Wow, we got a lot of people here. Good. There we go. Kevin. Huh. But anyway, in the camera, I'll work on the moderator stuff. You're gonna have to excuse me. But I took and made this little L bracket out of Dollar Tree foam and put loops on the outside and hooks on the inside. And the camera in that kit has got a little pre-cut Velcro that goes around it, wraps around it, so that you can stick it to, I can stick it to the hooks here, and then I can just set this on any plane. And then the JST here, if you have a male JST, they say hook it up to a battery on its own, but I just run it off of my flight battery, and I've got a JST coming off of an adapter, a male, and then that way I can just run it. And it's pretty neat. The goggles, on the goggles while you're flying it, you get voltage. So you can actually see your voltage while you're flying, which I think is pretty cool. It's better than the telemetry works fine with the Night X Timber. But this is pretty cool, so I like it, and it's light and it works well. I mean, the picture was. I know with a more expensive FPV, I haven't seen a top of the line unit now for probably looked through the system for 3 years, and I know even back 3 years ago it was better than what the X-Wave is. But I know my buddy had a heck of a lot more money into their system than what you have in the X-Wave. But it worked well. It worked well on the Crescendo Advanced glider. I'm setting up my Stratosurfer today. I kind of worked on getting the rudder mix in so that I could fly it, with being less worried about keeping everything axle in flight. But the only thing on the let's go back over here. The only thing on this kit that I couldn't get to work as advertised yet is the DVR. But I'm going to keep, I haven't given up on it yet or anything like that. But heck, I'm happy with it. The goggles fit fine. There's not a lot of extra light that comes in to the goggles when you wear them. But for the unit, yeah, I'm satisfied with it. And the reception is pretty good. I was just flying on 25 milliwatts. I thought I was going to use more power, but even at 25 milliwatts, the little camera little camera will heat up. Let's see, where do I gotta go? It's funny because this camera, I had it on a narrow focus, and Dave changed it so that it's running true HD, so it kind of changes everything. But this little camera transmitter, because this is the radio, the transmitter, FPV transmitter and radio all in one, and it puts out a little bit of heat, so it gets hot. But everything was fine. I flew until my timer went off on my battery, which I was kind of glad I did. But it was pretty good. Let's see, I lost everything. Give me a second there, but it went well. And then the other flying was great. It was just a great. See you, Bill. Wild Bill. Nice of you to stop by. But here's where you guys probably know about Ready-Made RC. Everybody does, but they've got some nice stuff, especially FPV. If you're thinking of getting into it, and it's like the first time I bought my stuff, I didn't know what to buy. I had no idea what to buy. I talked to my buddy, and he had stuff and everything like that. But he said I'm kind of a lone wolf when it comes to stuff. But he gave me some good ideas on stuff to buy, and I just went ahead and I gave Ready-Made RC a call, and they put together a bundle that it works really well. It uses the balance plug on a battery, the little pack that it has. It's got a lot more stuff. It's got looks like the true FPV receiver in it and everything, so it's bigger and it takes up more space. You got to be a little more careful when you put it on a plane. But anyway, that's what I was doing with that stuff there. But I just wanted to thank everybody that watches my videos. Most of you guys are the ones that watch my videos and stuff. I think I'm just flattered. I mean, my little channel, I started my YouTube channel. Why did I start a YouTube channel? Well, I was in the Army, and I wanted to share stuff. Like I put videos up there so my mom could see the kids, see us out sailing and stuff, and just doing things. And and then when I retired out of the Army in '09, I still got some of my best friends I'll ever have still live up in the New York area there, around in the Newburgh area, New York City, and around West Point. And they watch my videos occasionally, not as much as they used to. They're more on the Facebook, so we just say hi and stuff. And sometimes I go up and fish with them, stripers on the Hudson. But yeah, it's been a busy time flying. I'm trying to fly all I can. I haven't been flying at night because, to be honest with you, it's just too hot. It has just been way too hot to go out flying. I get home from work, or if I'm working from home, I quit, and I gotta wait till 5 before when the Army quits flying, because they fly helicopters all around our area. Well, they have 18 stage fields in this area of Vicksburg, and they fly maybe 600 feet off the deck, and I just wouldn't feel right out there flying when they fly by. That's about all I have. It's just been flying's been good. It's been buggy and humid. It's like when you get out on the field in the morning, the humidity is probably close to 100% out there. It just, and then when it heats up, it's just like your clothes. You feel like if you ever used an iron on steam, it just feels just like that, or smells just like a steam iron when you're out there. But I was gonna go to the field today, but I went to the park instead. It's just I don't know. Tuco and the wife came. She took Tuco to the dog park. Well, I try to keep it on topic, and to be honest with you, when I talk on the videos, I have no idea what's going to come out of my mouth. I used to not talk, and then it felt weird. I'm like, I'm putting this on YouTube, and so I watch a lot of old movies, and so I'll put old movies quotes and stuff in there, and like nobody gets them. Very few people get them. It's like, so I don't know. I just try to have fun. I'm the guy at the club. that talks when he's flying, talks to people when they're flying, and I usually get, you know, leave me alone, I'm flying. I'm like, really? You know, because it's like when I'm flying a plane, other than, you know, I think ahead of the plane, and I watch the control surfaces a little bit. I got my eyes, you know, like if I'm doing something, you know, I'll check, you know, I'm watching the wingtips is what I watch, because, you know, like the first sign of a stall, because I fly slow, so, you know, I see a wingtip wobbling, I know I'm flying kind of, you know, on the edge of stall. And I've stalled plenty, and I like practicing stalling. I'll take it up high, and, you know, like to go into a slow turn and add too much rudder, and do the stall where it comes down on the bucket and spins down and pull out and stuff. I'll do that, you know, like especially with my Grand Tundra, the Flex Jet or Flex Innovation Cessna 170, because, you know, like if you're flying low like I do, you got one, you have to make one decision, and it either works or gravity takes over from there, and Mr. Turf busts everything up. But I appreciate you guys stopping in. It's unannounced. I'll probably get on the schedule sometime. I don't know when. I don't know. You know, I've got some ideas of some things I wanted to, you know, show out in the hangar and everything. But the air track, I did an air tractor. The air tractor has a little plastic, like a feeder box on the top that slides back with a battery hatch. Well, one day the third flight, I went to pull mine back, and it just broke off in my hands. I'm sitting there holding it. I'm going like, what the? And, you know, I know, you know, from on RC groups that it's happened to, you know, other people other than me. And I know what the fix is from Horizon. The fix is a new fuselage, but swapping everything, I've done a few fuselage swaps, and I'd rather, you know, get out my Alabama toolkit and engineer box in the garage and come up with a fix. And the two earth magnets, it makes it perfect. It's easier than doing the little sliding latch. But I want to thank everybody for stopping by. I hope you guys are getting to fly. You know, like here, this is kind of the worst time of year to fly. You know, the end of June to probably October. I mean, you get a lot of windless days, but man, I tell you, you know, I don't know. Heat never used to bother me, but when you're out there in the 90s, you know, unless I set up shade so I can get in the shade, so I can, you know, relax a little bit between flights, and I drink plenty of water. I've always got bottles of water out there in the haulers to drink, but it just kind of gets to me. But yeah, I just wanted to go back. I don't know if you've ever seen the main page or not, but there's my main page. Um, I don't know. I'm pretty. I don't know. I've been trying to up my game on my main page. Like I did a new header a while ago and stuff. It's not like you know, I don't want to be like, you know, RC Slayers, but you know, when I get to 600 subscribers, I'm going to do a giveaway, and then when I get to 1,000, we'll do a big giveaway. Um, but I really appreciate you guys stopping by, because, you know, I've got a lot of videos. I have like over 1,000 videos, and, you know, we've got 321,875 views. Like I said, this stuff it just it just floors me. Like I said, I'm very thankful and grateful to everybody that watches the videos. I try to watch everybody's. I try to sub back. Um, yeah, that field is nice, but that grass is crunchy. It's like crunch, crunch, crunch. And none of that field, the park is smoother. The ground is smoother at the park than at our flying field. Their flying field is nothing more than a hay field with that cut short out there where they land their planes. The people, there's three people that live around there. Two of them have planes on site. One keeps a plane at some airstrip in a hangar away, and you know, so it's a blast. I love the guys at the field. I love flying out there with them and everything. It's not that. It's just that it's, you know, like 10 minutes more, And you know, there's no bathroom out there. The bathroom, you got to drive to a gas station. It's 15 minutes away, which hasn't been a problem, but it's just something you have to think about. And like the wife, you know, for the wife, you know, she'll take the air conditioned bathroom at the park any day versus going to a gas station, using a gas station. So, but well, that's about it. You know, if anybody has any questions or anything like that, be happy to answer any questions. It's just like I said, I try to have fun. I always have fun when I go fly. Um, my beach buddies, sometimes I would drive them nuts. I have a lot of Bruce's planes in my videos, like any of the EDFs, it's Bruce or Dave. And Dave, we call test pilot. He doesn't mind me filming. Bruce is kind of superstitious. He's like, every time you film me flying, I crash it. You know, it's like I should have entered his F-86 crash. It was hilarious, but he's crashed a lot of stuff. Hey, RC pilot Germany, how you doing? I've seen you coming in and looking at my videos and stuff. Joseph, oops. Yeah, I got everything kind of set up. I need to use two screens. Hey Joseph, how you doing? But I really appreciate everybody that watches the videos and everything. And I just have a blast doing this stuff, man. I have a blast flying. I'm getting to be, you know, before I wouldn't care much about my thumbnails. I wouldn't care much. I like showing the whole flight. I don't like cherry picking landings, you know, doing 8 landings and then putting 3 good ones in the video. I just don't like doing it. It's kind of like what you see is what you get. And I like filming the first flight of the day because those are the flights where something is more likely to happen, you know, because you got to fly a plane a lot to be familiar with it. And when you have, I haven't even counted my planes. I bet you I have close to 30. And I like them all. And it's hard picking 4 to 5 to take and fly. And even if you do, you know, if you take, you know, still, you don't really, you know, get to feel, especially the warbirds. The warbirds, to fly them well, you got to fly them often. You know, so, and then what I have a bad habit of doing, my worst habit of, because I have a lot of stall planes and I love flying stall, is I'll try to fly the warbirds like a stall plane. That doesn't work. It'll bounce in every time. So I'm always telling myself, this is not a stall plane. This is, sometimes I'll say it in the videos, I'll say it out loud. This is not a stall plane. This is not a stall plane. You gotta roll it in. You gotta roll it in. But that's pretty good. The Howland stuff. I don't know where I got that. There's several movies where the characters do that, you know, where they do the, you know, I don't know. It's just something. I don't know. And I'm kind of like that at work. You know, I'll bust out with crazy stuff all the time because I'm an IT guy at work, and it's just like, and you know, I mean, dealing with Windows is not the problem. Dealing with the different layers of group security policies that are placed on our systems daily and changed maybe weekly. It's like where simple stuff works one day and then doesn't work the next. Like right now, they've got microphones messed up. So if you take your headset and plug it into your computer, to get the microphone to work is almost a miracle. You have to keep restarting it so it works. You know, like my Dell notebook that I'm using right now, I've got several different headsets. I can plug a headset in and then go down there where the speaker is and select whichever one I want to use. Well, at work, they just can't do it. Yeah, it's just like I said, I watch old movies and there's crazy stuff in there that they do, and I like doing it. I like having fun, and we always have fun. You know, when I go to the field, you know, like sometimes some of the guys there, they kind of look at me like I'm weird, but hell, I don't care. I am who I am, and we'll have fun. But I'm gonna go ahead and stop this because the boss will get here soon. Right now, I have a, you know, I have the wheel lock on the credit card because I bought about last month. I bought 3 planes and a few other things, the FEV set. So, yep, I've got the old wheel lock on the card. But you know, we pay it off every month and stuff. But she's like, He's like, really? 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 But my best advice my buddy Bruce ever gave me was, Jeff, you're doing it wrong. He said, what you got to do is you don't buy one plane at a time, you buy three. You hear the same amount of stuff for three planes that you would hear for one plane. And I tell you what, he is right on the money with that. That's good advice. So instead of a death by 1,000 cuts, you just get to hear it once. And I love my wife, and she manages everything. And I want to wish everybody a happy Father's Day. And I don't know what you're doing tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going flying. She's kind of hinting around about going to the beach, but I hate going to the beach because we can't go at work. They don't want us to go in any restaurants or anything, or even eat outside at a restaurant. So I kind of hate doing that. And you feel funny, the only people wearing masks in Panama City Beach could be us, but out of respect for work, because we're getting ready to have students come back, and we've got about 36 people that I work with, and they have families and stuff. So I, even though they can't force a DA civilian to follow the rules, I follow the rules just because I care about the people I work with. Well, this has gone on way too long. I hope you guys have a great rest of the day, and I'll see you guys on Ryan's show. I always look forward to that. Pilot Ryan, yeah, I don't know how like you. When I first got in, I always watched his videos. I love where he shows to place the battery, and I don't do that on every video. I usually do it on like the maiden, the first couple flights. I show where to put the battery, but you guys have a great rest of the weekend, and I'm going to go ahead and close it out here. And thank you all so much. I appreciate it. You have a great Father's Day. Woo!